warm up. So we're lying all the way back on our back with our toes up and our heels down, low back on the ground. We're gonna lift the hips towards the ceiling and then let that tailbone tap every time. So we have 10 glute bridges. You want to keep your upper back on the mat. You want to look up, make sure you can see the tops of your thighs. And then give your butt a nice good squeeze there at the top. You're going to feel this in the top of your thighs, but I really want you to squeeze your butt so that you can feel those muscles kind of waking up, getting some blood back through there. We're going to use your butt a lot today, so we just want to wake it up right out of the gate and get it to join the party. If you're joining us on replay, we will use either a mini band or a straight band. If you don't have either of those, you'll grab a hand towel. And then you'll have an option of using dumbbells today if you have dumbbells available as well. From that glute bridge, we flip over onto hands and knees and go into 5 cat-cow. We're going to round the belly up and in. Push down and through the hands, tuck the chin. And then we drop the belly down, lift the head, lift the chest. Pull the shoulders back for 5 of those. So we're going up, round, squeeze. And then down and back up. Taking our time here with this one, really letting that pelvis loosen up. This is more about the pelvis than it is about the back right now. It's getting that pelvis to roll forward and roll backwards. From there, we come to forearms. One hand behind the head, and the elbow points to the ceiling. We turn to shoulders. So we're just going to get that little bit of twist in. This one is for the mobility in your upper back, between your shoulder blades. So if you don't get a lot of movement, it's just because that area is really tight. And the more we work on mobility, the more mobility will improve. And then back down, other side for 8. Always taking time in our warm-up. Our warm-up is very important. It's something I think sometimes feels tedious and we might rush through it, but it has very important purpose to get our body prepped and ready for exercise, especially when we're going to do strength training like we are today. We want to make sure that things are a little loosened up, warm, blood is flowing through the muscles. We'll come back to all fours, draw the belly into the spine, flatten the back, and then one arm and one leg extends, drop back in, set it down. So we'll reach fingers and heel. Push that hand into the ground. We've got 10 on each side here. Take your time, nice and slow. Don't rush the bird dogs, because that's where the stability comes from. But we're going to do a little bit of an exercise today that's going to involve some stability. I mean, they all do, but one in particular for core. And we want to wake up the middle part of the body, those core muscles right now in this bird dog. As we're pulling in through the belly button, ribs to hips, getting that core awake and aware so we can do the job of supporting our back in our strength training. No rush. Eventually, we'll all meet together standing. Just take your time to get through your 10. Woo, I don't know if anybody else's sinuses are feeling real mad this morning, but oh man, be careful on swings. If you decide to do swings today, the head pressure is real. When we stand up, we'll circle the arms back. 10 arm circles back. Today, we're doing what we call strength 3. And those of you guys who know us well and have been here a long time, that makes sense to you. Those of you who are newer to us, that sounds like nothing. What strength 3 refers to is the movement patterns that we do. So this is every Friday. It's also Saturdays here in person at the studio. Go ahead and reverse the arm circle. The movement patterns that we work on strength 3. Hinge with some power or a basic hinge. We're going to do push-ups. We do a version of a row on strength 3. We do some type of anti-rotation, which is core work to protect that low back. What else do we do on strength 3? Oh, single leg squats. We do single leg squats on strength 3 too. For your mobility, we have 5 toe touch squats. So arms are in the air. We're going to round it forward, grab your toes. You can round your back, you can bend your knees. Tuck your butt down and push your heels into the floor, then lift your chest. Right arm comes by the ear, left arm to the ear, we stand up. We have 5, just 5. I know this is definitely a challenging exercise, especially if you're new to squats, but it's going to help your hip mobility so much. And your focus is just on getting as low as you can without your heels coming up off the ground. It doesn't have to be the lowest squat in the world. And then your arms, same thing, depending on the tightness of your shoulders, you're only going to get your arms up so far. The more you do this, the better that will get every single week. To finish our warm-up, we're going to do 10 gate openers on each side. So we lift the knee, open, set it down. Make sure when you set it down, you do that with control. You don't just let that leg drop. You always want to have control both on the way up and on the way down. So today was strength 3. Like I said, we're going to work on those same strength 3 movement patterns. We're going to have 3 supersets today. 2 of them are supersets of 2 exercises. The last one is 3 exercises. We'll do a lot of strength work. We'll get a little bit of cardio in with that last superset at the end. But we're going to work total body, legs, core, lots of core, and arms with our upper back and our push-ups. Last gate opener here, up and open, set it down, up and open. As we go through today, I'm always going to give you level options to make things more challenging, less challenging, and more appropriate for your level. Please pick the level that best suits your body today. We're going to start with a hinge, and there's going to be 3 levels to this. If you are new to exercise, you're new to a hinge pattern, you've never done deadlifts before, you're going to stick with a flat back hinge where you're going to roll your shoulders back, keep your knees bent, lean forward and push your butt back, and try to find a nice flat back position. That's level 1. We're just going to work on that hinge. If you've done hinges and you want to add a little challenge to that, you can grab a dumbbell, hold it at your chest, and then as you hinge, that makes it harder because we have to keep the shoulder blades tight. And then up and tuck squeeze at the top. Those of you guys who've been working on these swings with me over the last several weeks and have done those swings, or you've done kettlebell swings with us here in person, can do a swing. Either a dumbbell or a kettlebell on the floor, slightly out in front of you. The first thing you do is tilt it towards you and sweep it up between your legs and push your hips into that hinge. So we're here. When we set it down, we just set it down and pick it up. Do not do that level if you've never done swings before. Deal? All right, we're on 45 seconds. Pick your level. I'll go through those again as we start. Shoulders back, chest out. Everybody, little bend in knees. 3, 2, 1. So if I'm going level 1, I'm just hinging down, push my butt back, shoulders back, press the feet down, tuck and squeeze. If I am doing a goblet hinge, I'm holding that weight at my chest, lean over, make sure not to round the back, pinch those shoulder blades, eyes to the floor, same position at the top. We're going to tuck the ribs, tuck the butt. If I'm swinging, I'm going to tilt it, sweep it up, push through the hips, make sure you lock your butt and pull your rib cage down. 20 seconds is halfway. I want to watch some folks. Lauren, rib cage down, you're getting a little bit in your back. Don't swing that quite so high. April looks nice, just relax your shoulders. Nice work, nice Megan. Good, Shasta looks great, Vicky looks great. Yeah, Shannon, really nice. Good, Tiff. All right, everybody relax. Really quickly, a couple things that I'm seeing, and this is super common with swings. All the hinges with the goblet looks great. When we do swings, make sure your elbows stay a little bent. Because I want you not to think of this as a raise. It's not a raise. You're pushing the weight with your butt, and your butt is snapping now. So that we don't get a lot of torque back here. We gotta snap and lock. So what I do is pop my butt and then lock my rib cage down in front. And that's what we miss a lot. So we swing and lock it. Swing it. Notice that I'm straight up and down. You don't see this. And sometimes you can't feel that on yourself, but that's what I want you guys to think about. Pull the shoulders down. April, bend your elbows. So that weight comes to your chest. It's just right here, floating. All right, I'll watch on that second set. We're going into push-ups. Your options on push-ups. If you have a surface, a wall, or a piece of furniture that can support you, you can do elevated push-ups. Chest all the way to that surface, elbows out. If you're doing knee push-ups, totally fine. Start in high plank with the hands outside the shoulders, then set your knees down. Chest as low as you can get it. And then, of course, level 3 is that full regular push-up. We have 10 push-ups. Count your own. When you finish, you're going to grab some water. So remember, we want to think plank. A push-up starts with plank. Elbows are slightly flared. Down away from the ears with the shoulders. Push through the hands. Just work on getting as low as you can get. If you're on your knees, maybe put a little more more weight into your knees if you need to. And then over time, you just work on doing it less and less. Good. Nice. I'd rather see you do a knee push-up with your chest all the way to the ground than a toe push-up with half rep. Because that full range of motion, getting all the way through the chest to the floor, is what builds the strength. And then eventually we work on one knee and then less and less weight, and we get closer to full push-ups. All right. Strong work, everybody. We're gonna get 2 more rounds of that one. So everybody who was hinging, this one looks perfect. You're gonna push the butt back, the shoulders stay tight, the eyes look at the floor, bend the knees enough to keep the back flat, and then press down and tuck. My swingers, let the elbows be bent and think of this as a flick. You're flicking your hips, and then your rib cage's gotta come in so that we get this counter tuck. Let me watch. 3, 2, 1, we go. So remember, beginners, no weight, flat back. Those doing that goblet hinge, roll your shoulders back. Yeah, Vicky, beautiful, really nice. Good, Shasta looks great. Megan, bend your knees more. So bend, 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 bend your knees. Way more as you're going down. More. That's better. Yeah, you have to, your back is really tight. April, that looks really nice. Good, Lauren, awesome. Nice, Shannon. Yes, Heidi, you guys got it now. Good, Tiff. Just a little bit more from the ribs in front. Don't swing the weight quite so high. You got it, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. One other thing I want to tell you about swings, and I pick on swings because swings are a really great way to hurt your back. They're a fantastic exercise to build strength. They're also a really good way to hurt your back, and I don't want anyone to hurt your back. So the other thing I want you to think about with a swing is that your weight is so close to right between your legs. Your hands brush right in between. I always say, if you were a man, you'd be nervous, right? So we don't want to be swinging way down here because that's taking the weight and the momentum of that weight into my low back. So it should come right in between, flick it. Right in between, flick it. All right, push-ups for 10. We'll watch it on that last set. So remember, our goal is to get our chest as low as we can get it, whether that's to a surface, a wall, the floor, knees or toes. What we don't want to do is just go up on our toes and try to do push-ups but only get a tiny bit of reps. There's no shame in doing some really beautiful, strong knee push-ups and working on depth over time, getting stronger. That's what it's all about. Looking great, you guys. Really nice work. Beautiful. Look at, see, Megan's going one knee. She's getting all the way down to the floor, which is huge progress. Way to go, lady. Proud of you. See, we didn't think about that as an option, right? And we can go one knee, not both. And then next time she's gonna switch legs. Awesome work, everybody. Grab a drink of water when you're done. Way to go, Megan. So I kept telling Megan to bend her knees. And that's because when we hinge, if your low back's real tight, your hamstrings need to make room. And the only way to make room with the hamstrings is to bend. So it is first a hinge. We always want to push the butt back first. But then we've got to get this knee bend. Keep the shoulders and the hips level. If I don't bend my knees, I get this rounding right here, which can be hard to feel. So just think like, your knees gotta bend as you get down towards the bottom and then press up. Everybody swing in, remember, brush your crotch. With your weight, let your elbows bend. Last set of hinge. 3, 2, 1, we go. So, we tilt the weight. So your hands are like brushing right between your legs. And your shoulders shouldn't go past your hips when you come down on your swing. Yeah, nice. Lauren, I like that you're doing single swings, so she can reset every time. Beautiful. Vicky, that's perfect. Shasta, very, very nice. Megan, good. Maybe separate your feet a little more. Nice, Heidi. Good. You got it. Looking good. April. Shannon's looking strong. Yeah. Lauren, that looks good. I think your upper back's just a little tight. 10 seconds. So might be this, that shoulder positioning, not quite getting there. Core looks good, though. Everybody, beautiful job. 3, 2, 1, relax. We're gonna hit our last set of push-ups. Hinges are such a functional exercise. Remember we talked about picking things up And swings are about generating power from the hips. But anytime we're doing an exercise like that, we gotta be really mindful of our lower back. So in your push-ups, your goal is to get your chest as low as possible. Keep your shoulders down, your elbows just slightly flared. We're pushing through the hands more. Exhale. Yeah, woo, get it. There you go. Yes, Shasta, very nice. Megan, I'm impressed, girl. She has been really consistent. She's been working on those push-ups. She's building such great strength. You guys are awesome. They're the only ones I can see, so I'm sure everybody else looks great. You're gonna do your 10, and then grab a drink of water. I love it. Very, very nice, guys. All right. So have somewhere nearby after you get your water, either a band, so it could be a mini band, could be a loop band, like a straight band or a loop, or if you really want to work shoulders and you have dumbbells that are like 5 pounds or less and you don't have shoulder issues, you could also grab dumbbells. That one I'm going to kind of give you a choice if you have both options. And then while everyone's grabbing stuff really quickly, for the sake of the recording, I am going to show an option to modify the single leg squat we're about to do. Because if folks have knee issues, they're going to want to avoid single leg squats, in which case you would stick this leg straight out, line up your knees, lift the hips and lower them. So we're pushing through the heel of the foot that's on the ground and squeezing that butt cheek and keeping the core tight and lifting and lowering. And these have to stay even, so I don't want this leg way up in the air. Knee to knee so we can keep the core tight. That's the modification. Anybody not doing a single leg squat for knee reasons? Do that one, single leg bridge. Everybody else, feet together, knees together, thighs together. You guys know this. Little bit of weight on the left foot. We're doing what we call a kickstand. So it's just a little bit of weight. With the shoulders back, we're going to reach forward, sit the butt back, go back down as low as we can go, and then we press up through that right foot, finishing that tuck at the top. All right, right foot first. So all your weight or most of your weight on your right foot, little weight on the left. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to lean forward. You got to lean forward as you sit back, drop your booty, press up, tuck your rib cage, tuck your hips. Yep. Nice. So if you're reaching forward, which is what I like because it helps you sit back, just try to keep the shoulders down. So if we start with the arms really low, they just kind of reach up so they don't get your shoulders up by your ears. And then I want you to think about pushing through your right foot, So this is a squat, not a hinge, which means I want more knee bend than I want hinge. So you should be dropping down into your heel. Your butt is sinking below your knee eventually, maybe not today, but eventually. 5, 4, 3, there you go, 2, last one. We're just gonna switch feet. So now most of your weight's on your left foot, little tiny kickstand on the right foot. 3, 2, 1, we'll reach forward, sit back. And remember, this is as low as you can go comfortably. Yeah. I always want you to focus on depth on the single leg squat before we focus on removing the kickstand. So this is moving eventually towards what's called a pistol, P-I-S-T-O-L squat. So that pistol squat eventually is with this leg up and you're holding your foot. So we're never going to get to the ground unless we first build the mobility and the strength to do it with a little weight on the other foot. Then we'll start removing the other foot. But don't cheat it by trying to just do a half rep, just like I talked about with push-ups. 5 seconds. You guys look really nice. 4. Yeah, get it. 3, 2, finish that rep. Awesome. Okay. If you're using your mini band, so like tips, since you just did band pull aparts, I would go shoulder front raise for you, if that feels okay. Everybody who has a mini band, or Tiff, you could actually do these with your mini band instead of your straight. So I'll show the straight one first, then we'll show mini. So straight band is band pull apart here. So shoulders down, palms to the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades, pull the hands apart. Mini band looks similar. So we're gonna pull it that way. So just going out and back in, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades. Dumbbells, we're gonna go raises. So it can be slightly out. If you have any shoulder issues, front is gonna be better. If you don't, you can open it more out to the side. All right, those are our 3 options. We can pull in or raise it. Where's my clock? Here it is. All right, 3, 2, 1. So if I'm using the straight band or the mini band, I want to pull on that band. And I'm pulling my hands apart and squeezing my shoulder blades. So I made this one with the band, I made it more of a rear fly. With the dumbbells, and let you do raises. Because I don't want to do flies today. So if you're doing dumbbells, you're here, straight up and down. I know. We did a lot of shoulder work this week. I just don't want to do flies. It's so hard on your low back. 10 seconds. If we're going to do both hands, we have to be flat here, maybe here. And it's just so hard on your low back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice job. Relax. Grab water. Reminder that if you're not doing these single leg squats, say you did a set and you're like, okay, that really doesn't feel good. I really don't like it. Your modification is this single leg bridge with the knees in line and that little lift and lower. Everybody else, if you're good for kickstanding, as long as your knees are okay, you're just gonna go as low as you can. And over time, we get stronger. So feet together. The left foot is like on the wall of that left foot. The right foot is down. Shoulders down the back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna reach forward, lean forward, sit back into that heel. So we're trying to get our weight back here as much as we can. Back away from your knee. And so you'll find if you have really good mobility, like I have really good mobility, I can get all the way down. And it doesn't bother my knee. Whereas if I tried to do that this way, it's gonna hurt my knee like heck. So you guys just wanna make sure you sit back, sit back, sit back. Yes, drive that right heel into the floor. Beautiful, April, really nice. Looking good, Megan, strong work. Yeah, good, Vicky, awesome. So strong, nice, Shasta, you got that too. Everybody looks great, less than 10 seconds. Push through that right heel. And then use the left foot as much or as little as you need to. Last one, relax. Awesome, we're gonna switch sides. Left foot down. Little weight on that right side. Ready, go, reach forward. Lean forward, sit back. So you're gonna find the more low you get and the more you sit back, the more you have to lean forward on this one. That's okay. Yeah, beautiful, because like April, I can see her spine is still totally straight. Yeah, same thing, Vicky, Megan. Good, Megan, tuck your chin. Always the chin, there you go. Good, so your eyes should kind of follow your head. So you're looking out and down. Try not to kick that neck up. It's normal, we all do that all day long, right? Where our necks are so tight. 15 seconds, push that left foot down through the floor. Drive it through the heel, like boom, like you were trying to shove yourself down into the ground. 5 seconds, strong work. 3, 2, 1, relax. Band, pull apart, or dumbbell raise, it's up to you. If you're doing a pull apart, we're going here. Whether it's a straight band with palms down or a mini band, we're opening. Don't stand like that. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I was trying to make you be able to see the top of my head. So we're opening and closing. Raises are here. All right, 3, 2, 1, you go. Now, don't forget, rib cage in, butt so tight squeeze. As I always tell you when we do movements like this, your arms are the only thing that move. The rest of you is so still, so tight, so tucked, that when we raise, we shouldn't get any lean, especially because you're doing both arms. You gotta be careful with that. And we're just gonna squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Keep everything tucked so tight. Or we're raising slow lower. 10 seconds. Raising slow lower. Fight gravity here. Good work, everybody. Looks great. Shoulders down out of the ears. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Grab a drink of water. We have one more set. So remember, if you need to do the single leg bridge on the floor, do that instead of your kickstand. Nothing at all wrong with that. That is a good modifier. Still builds strength in the single leg. Still builds core. Just gonna be nicer for your knees. Otherwise, we've got our last set of kickstand. Right foot is gonna be down. You guys have done these beautifully, so let's just get a last gorgeous set. Right foot first. We go 3, 2, 1. We're gonna reach forward, sit back, and then push through that heel. Sometimes you might be surprised, depending on how your knees get a tiny bit lower than you think, but it does come with some trust because you get to a point where you gotta drop your butt below your knee or close to your knee. And that is at first scary. Don't push it. Got knee issues? Yeah, nice. April, beautiful. Nice, Megan. Good work, Heidi. Lauren, awesome. Let's see everybody along the bottom. Nice work. Shasta's looking great. Good, Shannon. You got it. Tiff always does this beautifully. Strong work. We have 10 more seconds. Building strength through that single leg. So use that right foot. Drive that right foot through the floor. Last one. Finish it. Switch sides. Left foot. Last set. 3, 2, 1. We're going to sit back. Reach forward. Lean forward. Look down. Not straight down, but out and down. And follow the trajectory of your spine. And then drive yourself up through the floor. Tight, tight, tight core. Shoulders down. Press up, squeeze. Strong work. Think about that left heel, that left side booty. That's what's lifting you. The left side booty. Now, your quad, the top of your thigh, plays a role, but I want you to try to focus on your butt. We talked about that in split squats. Very similar, right? 10 seconds. Good. Some people find these don't bother their knees as much as a split squat does too. Nice work. Good form. Very good. 3, 2, finish that last rep. Awesome job. We're going to find our dumbbells or our band. We're going last set of either raises up or pull apart. I know. It's cool. So we're going to tuck that tailbone, tuck your booty. Get your core ever so tight, flat. Using your weights or your band, we go 3, 2, 1. So if I'm doing my band, I want to focus on my shoulder blades. I'm going to pull my shoulders apart. Squeeze and release. Pull that band towards you. If you're raising, you're going up, slow, lower. So that two-handed raise, you guys know it. A lot of times in studio, I almost always prefer you to alternate. This is a little more advanced, just because it does require you to lift more weight out front away from your body without having one hand down. So make sure you're really thinking about your core, not leaning into your back. 10 seconds. I see good form. Everybody looks really nice. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, grab a drink of water. So this last set is going to be 3 exercises. We'll do it 3 times. The only thing you'll need, if you have a band or a mini band, I prefer you use one of these. But if you don't, you could use a towel. You could also use a dumbbell, although it's not my preference. But you could use like a 10-pound or less dumbbell. I think the band or the towel is going to be your best option. So we talk a lot. I'm going to give myself headroom here. We talk a lot about anti-rotation. Anti-rotation is resisting rotation, rotational forces, so that we don't turn and we don't end up using our low back and absorbing force in our low back. We have done, throughout these weeks, our chop, where we either put the band over the hands or we hold the band or the towel and we slice. Today, we're going to add a little dynamic movement to that. So with the arms, you're either holding a band here in both hands. So if it was a long straight band or a towel, you hold it like that. If it's a mini band, you're going to put it over your hands. If you're someone who must use a dumbbell, then you're going to hold the dumbbell on either side. Elbows are slightly bent. We're going to do that chop where it's going to come down to the outside of my hip. And I'm not going to turn my shoulders or my hips. But I'm also going to add a layer to make it almost impossible for you to turn your shoulders or your hips because you're going to lift your knee. So it's more slow and controlled. And as I'm slicing down, I'm just picking my knee up. The higher the knee, the harder this is. But you should feel right away what happens here. Your core goes, whoo, it's got to pull in tight. Let's try it. We'll go to the right side first, which means right side knee lifting. 3, 2, arms out, ready, we go. Slice and lift. So, this is not real fast, but it doesn't have to be super slow. Find where you can be with balance, and then remember, everything is holding tight. Got a little bend in my left side, making sure not to like reach or lean away. With this arms up, chop it. Set it down, chop it. Set it down, chop it. Yeah, let me watch really fast. Yes, beautiful. April, good. Megan, nice. Awesome, Heidi. Good, Lauren. Shannon, great. Chassis, you got it. Tip's looking good. Vicky is dealing with some distraction. She's staying focused. I love it. Last one. We're gonna switch sides. She's got 3 little ones running around, so that's some cuts out under pressure. Staying focused. Other side, left side, arms up. 3, 2, 1. So we're lifting, we're chopping, we're pulling our ribs and our hips in, and you're still keeping tension on your hands. Don't forget to press your hands out against the band or pull them against the band. Tuck your ribs. You can feel this right here. Now, balance, maybe that leg doesn't come as high as I was showing. Maybe your leg stays lower. Maybe if your shoulders are killing you, you bring it more from the side. That's okay too. Keep your elbows slightly bent. 15 seconds. Chop. And up. I know so much. Now, slow down. Because the slower you can go, the more you're dynamically stabilizing and balancing. Not fast. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 2 exercises to match. The first one's high knees. So we're going to get the heart rate up a little bit. High knees low. When we do high knees, low impact, just be sure to keep your spine straight. So we're not doing that. And then high knees fast. So you have 2 options. It's only 30 seconds. 3, 2, ready, you go. Low impact here. We're going to reach and take those arms down like you're breaking a stick over your knee. If you're doing that high, try to get your knees up to 90 degrees, all the way up to your belly button. Everybody, big arms, tight core, reach and pull. Oh, you're past halfway. We're just trying to spike the heart rate a little bit, but we still have to always be thinking about the core and keeping that so tight. 5 seconds here. Come on, go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to take it on all fours. Last exercise in the circuit. If you have wrist issues and this position bothers your wrist, do it on your forearms. You can tuck your knees and lift your knees on your forearms. Otherwise, come up to your hands. Hands right below shoulders. Draw your belly button in. Level 1, we're just going to tuck the toes and lift the knees and hover. And try to stay as long as we can. Level 2, lift the knees and hover. Pick up 1 hand at a time. Now, if that's a challenge to lift your knees, you could also set the knees down and just do the second part. Okay, let's try. I think I lost my timer, but we'll go anyway. All right, on all fours. Hands below shoulders. 3, 2, 1. So you're either going to stay here and just pick up 1 hand at a time, or you're going to tuck your toes and lift your knees and keep your hands down, or you're going to do both. Pick up 1 hand at a time. Try not to rock too much from side to side. Tuck your tailbone. If you're just holding, push down with your hands, keep your elbows slightly bent. Breathe. You only have 10 more seconds here. You don't need to drop. Keep your knees as close to the ground as you can. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Nice work. Water. 2 more rounds. And then we're done. Strong work, everybody. 2 more rounds. So, get a drink. Settle that heart rate. We're going back into that right side chop. Each side, high knees, and then that bear plank. Lots of options today. Find the one that works best for you. So if you're holding a band that's not looped, or a hand towel, you can do this. If you have this, like if I was going to use this handle band, I would wrap it up so it wasn't flying all over the place and hit me in the face. But if I'm pulling my hands apart, I can still do this without the mini loop band. If you're using the mini loop, put it over your hands and press your hands apart. All right, right side. 3, 2, 1. We go. Chop and lift. So the chop and lift is what we call this. So we're chopping down and then we're lifting up. And while you're doing that, you're still staying tucked. Your core is super tight. You're taking the hands outside the knee and the hip. You're not turning the shoulders. Oh yeah, 20 seconds is halfway. I have to stop turning my head. I have to look at you guys straight on. I have like the worst crick in my neck from turning my head to look at the screen for the last 10 weeks. 10 seconds, chop it, lift it. I don't know about you, I feel this in my core in so many ways. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Rest the arms for a second. We're going to the other side. I hope you do. I hope you can feel how this pulls in. We're resisting the turning. We're trying to stay tall. Left side, ready, go. So we're gonna press out with the hands. And we're gonna chop down the side of that left knee. And remember, it's slow. Now, if you can, try not to put any weight on that left leg when you set it down. That makes this more challenging too. If I keep all my weight in my right side, and I keep my right knee a little bent, and just chopping and lifting. 15 seconds, squeeze. So, I'm always harping on like pulling in and squeezing the core without rounding. We round, we put a lot of pressure on our spinal discs, and we don't need to do that. We don't want to do that. We do that all day long when we sit. 2, 1, relax. We're going high knees. High and low impact doesn't matter. Let's just get your heart rate up. 3, 2, ready, let's go. Low impact is right here. Reach and pull, like you're breaking a stick over your knee. Bam, bam. My high impact people, we're running it out. We're getting those knees all the way to 90 degrees, but think about what's happening in the middle. Use your arms. Doesn't matter if it's high or low. Where are you today? What's going to work best for you? 10 seconds. What's going to get your heart rate up? We're not asking a lot of that today. So we need a little bit of burst, a little bit of heart rate cardio. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Catch your breath while you're going to the floor. Remember that you can always do this on your forearms. If it's problematic for your wrists, just try that knee tuck and lift on your forearm. Otherwise, you're either doing all fours with a pickup, bear plank and hold, or bear plank with a pickup. Those are our legs. 3, 2, 1. Which one do we pick? So level 1 is here. If I'm working on core strength, this is going to give me some anti-rotation. If I want to do bear plank and hold, make sure the elbows are slightly bent, grip the floor, tuck your tailbone, beautiful pelvic floor exercise 2. Then maybe if that's not challenging enough, I'm going to alternate picking up the hands, try not to rock too much from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody rest. Woo, we have one more. Grab some water. Nice job. We have one more set. Whew, you guys are crushing it. Good job. I love strength 3. It's one of my favorites. Although I feel it's like the way people are about their children. I say that about don't I say that about everything? Strength 2, I love strength 2. I love strength 1, I love them all. Because I created them all. Just kidding. It's fine. Those of you who have kids totally get it, right? You're like, I love them all. They're all special in their own way. All right. So we're going that last chop. We're going to chop it across the knee. Last set of 3. This is it. Give me everything you got. I want you to really focus on the pieces of this that are important and finish this strong. We go. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and chop. So lift that knee, drive that knee up, but without doing this fast. I want you to find the slow control. You could still make this a little quick on the way up, but please take the slow on the way down, because that is where we're really challenging you, is in the slow on the way down. To not just fall right out of this, to keep that core stability, that core control. Push on your hands. Keep pressure on the hands. Make sure the elbows are bent. Drive it up. 10 seconds. You guys look so good. Last 5 seconds here. Stay with that great control I see everybody using. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax for a second. Shake out those arms. Go to the other side. Okay. Left side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My chop was sliced slow. Bam. Yeah. And remember, I always say, like, imagine this is sliding through water. We've got a little extra resistance. We're keeping a bend in that knee, pushing down into the foot, arms pushing out, ribs to hips. Oh, yes. Strong work. Halfway done. This is it for arms. Well, not really. We got a bear plank. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, oh, that's not true. Never mind, disregard. 10 seconds. Core so strong, so stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You relax. We got high knees for 30 seconds. High or low impact, doesn't matter. It's are going to challenge yourself right now. What's going to be good for your joints, but also get you breathing heavy, make it feel like you worked hard. Really, in these last 10 seconds, it's about did you challenge yourself enough today to wherever you know was the right level. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe, take it down to the floor. We got 30 seconds here, then we're going to stretch. Phew. Nice work today, folks. So remember that you can always use your forearms should you need to if your wrists do not like this position. If you are using your wrists, just be sure you set up so that your hands are right below your shoulders. Your elbows are slightly bent. Tuck your toes, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. So maybe I stay here, but work on core stability. Just pick up one hand at a time. Maybe I'm going to tuck my knees or tuck my toes and lift my knees and hover. Maybe I'm super strong in that hover and I'm going to start picking up one hand at a time. If you do that, pick up with the bear plank. Try to put your hands closer together under your face. It helps you not rock so much from side to side. Grip the floor like suction cups. Tuck your tailbone. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Nice work. Roll it over on your back. Let's stretch it up. So in our stretch, like all the way flat, just like the position we started in this morning. And then we're going to cross right foot over left knee. If that is enough of a stretch for you, that's fine. If you want more, maybe we reach through, we grab that left thigh. Let your upper body rest into the floor. Start that slow, deep breathing we always talk about. So deep breath in through the nose. And big breath out through your mouth. Ah. Let your system know, your central nervous system, like we're good. That was a tough workout, but you guys killed it. So no need to stay in that stress state that exercise induces. We are calm now. Go ahead and switch sides. So we're going to cross that left foot over the right knee. I always talk about that because, as you know, if we don't allow ourselves to come down out of this stress state, we don't recover from our exercise, we just build stress upon stress. And we want to use exercise as a stress reducer, not something that's just piling on more stress. And so sometimes you just got to let your body know that we're good, let's calm down. Because if we don't, then we jump into work and we're like already frazzled. We may not even realize it. Go ahead and hug both knees in. Roll yourself to seated, stick both legs out in front. Keep that good. Slow, deep breathing. Right foot is going to come across. We're going to hug that in. Who did I lose? I lost somebody. Like trying to do an inventory here. Somebody had to go, I guess. Who was it? Vicky's still there. I see children everywhere in Tiff's shop, but she's still there. April's still there. All right, I'll have to think about that. Go ahead and switch sides. So you guys know I see you like on a tier, so I can see everybody. So if one of you leaves, I can tell there are fewer squares than there were before. Oh my God, look at the little ones at Vicky's house too. Aww, they're so cute. I love the cousins. My sisters have 2 little girls. They're 3 and 4, and they're like best friends. And side note, so go ahead and come to standing. What is it with those of you guys who have little girls? What is it with the princess dresses and the princess stuff? Because they wear these dresses. Reach forward, round out that upper back. My nieces were having a tea party, and they were both wearing dresses that looked like they were going to prom. And they both had on all this jewelry, and they wear it all day long. And I said, it's like wearing your prom dress around the house, like all day. Who wants to do that? But they love it. It's crazy. Go ahead and take your arms back behind, roll the shoulders back, chin up, chest up. Sorry, side note, for those of you guys who can't see, like Vicky's got her grandkids right there, little toddlers, and they're adorable. But it just made me think, kids are crazy. All right, shoulders down and back. Bye, Tiff. Thanks, girl. See you soon. We're going to go right arm across, hug that right arm in. For those of you guys who are local, or even if you're not, we're doing a town hall tonight at 6 to talk about reopening. If you really want to hear more about what we're doing, if you want to ask questions, if you want to know about the schedule, if you just want to visit, 6 o'clock tonight. I'll send a different link out. It's also posted in the Facebook group. And we are opening next week. So the schedule is up. Oh, it was Shannon who I lost. That's her. The schedule is up for next week and the first 2 to 3 weeks of June. Flat back. I had to get that, like, people were already going in and signing up for, like, all of June, which I love and adore, but I wasn't ready yet. If you have any issues getting on the schedule, let me know. You should be able to see both the distance and the in-person schedule if you're an in-person client coming back in person. If you're a distance client, you should still be able to see those distance classes on there as well. And they say whether they're local or distance. Go ahead and roll it all the way up. But just basically, if you need anything, let me know. We're trying to get a bunch of stuff worked out and figured out. But we'll be on tonight at 6 for the town hall. And just bear with me, have patience. And if you have questions, just ask. That's the best way to do it. Just always ask. Don't ever feel bad. Last one, big deep breath. Inhale, reach up. Big breath, exhale all the way out. Give yourself a round of applause. You crushed that strength workout today. That was awesome. Thank you.